Hello, this is Randy HOYLE with news from the year 3045, number 76, brought to you by Tachyon Technology, faster than the speed of light. And our sponsor is Cosmos Harmony. Remember, you can find your true love in the galaxy with Cosmos Harmony. Welcome, cybernauts, to a wonderful world of the future. We'll start today with UFO news. Well, actually, the first video I'm going to tell you about has something to do with UFOs, but it's more for people who are into numerology, the numerology lovers. It's called 2012 Predictions, London Olympics, NWO, Royal Family. Now, if you just check this out on YouTube, you can find this video. Again, it's 2012 Predictions, London Olympics, NWO, Royal Family, and it's for numerology lovers, and it was suggested to me by Mark Oberson. How you doing, Mark? Another video is UFOs and Anomalies Near the Sun, review of July 28, 2012. UFOs and Anomalies Near the Sun, review of July 28, 2012. Some interesting stuff, but what I really liked was the video, the color of it. I mean, it's just beautiful. A beautiful picture of the sun, and kind of they're using a green filter or something, but it's pretty good. I like it a lot. Another one, oh yeah, there's been some talk about UFOs during the Olympics. So if you'll just search UFO 2012 Olympic, you'll find 2 or 3 videos about UFOs at the Olympics, and you basically going to have to decide for yourself what's going on. Some people say it was a blimp, others say it was a UFO. You have to decide for yourself. As far as predictions are concerned, I'm predicting UFOs to appear on September 3rd, possibly the day before or the night after, and that's Labor Day in the USA and Labor Day in Canada. Again, it's September 3rd, the night before or the morning after. Another prediction is October 31st, which is Halloween. Could happen the night before or the morning after. So tell your friends about it. You might want to go outside and check it out. You might see something. If you do, and you get it on your camera, post it and tell me about it. I'll mention it on my blog. I've got some stories for you as well. But first I want to mention the 17-mile dive by Felix Baumgartner. The 17-mile dive by Felix Baumgartner. A balloon was parked on the edge of space, and he jumped out and landed on the Earth and survived after falling 17 miles. Humans have always pushed the edge of the world they live in. They always have. They've always pushed the edge. And that's part of the reason why that we have the things that we have today. People trying new ideas and new things, which leads to new technology, new science, new medicine. They have always pushed the edge. That's what humans are. We're creative and adventurous and daring. Okay. In news from the year 3045, the 31st century, the 2012 Olympics in London featured a man competing on carbon blades. The media called him the Blade Runner, It spoke of human creativity and the growing rise of technology during that period. Yet there were those who called it a cheat. However, allowing athletes with disabilities to compete with such technology spoke of what was going on at that time. Men and women who had served their countries, who had been injured fighting for freedom and maintaining civilization, wanting to use technology so they could participate in this civilization, to continue to be a part of it, instead of just being pushed off to the side, wanting to participate and be active. What's wrong with that? I see nothing wrong with that. And I think it's great. Carbon blades were just an example of what technology had in store for the people of 2012. The next 20 years after that would be remarkable. In other news from the 31st century, Joy Crash, no, it's Joy Crush, has always been known as a musician who'll do anything to hold the public's attention. He even once, as a part of his show, exploded a small industrial nuclear device in space. He got in trouble for that, but he got out of jail. He now plans to crash an old space cruiser on one of the moons of Jupiter. I believe it's Io. The cruiser will be filled with explosives. Joy Crush plans to televise the crash on World Televid. I imagine that makes some people happy. Some people not so happy. In other news, if you're going to take a vacation on the moon, the Asimov Dome is a place to go when there. With things like lighter-than-air flying, it's a great place to be. Now, the lighter-than-air flying is very interesting. It is first described in a book by Arthur C. Clarke. Excuse me. Because you don't weigh as much, you can actually propel yourself with wings on the moon through the air. If you jump, as you jump up, you can push yourself through the air with wing-like devices. Even cranking a propeller by hand will push you through the air. It's very interesting. A lot of people think it's fun. They love it. But while on the moon, you might want to check out the Apollo 11 Lunar Module Museum. The module is contained in a dome with the flag and restored prints of the first steps on the moon by the human race. You might want to check that out while you're on the moon. The first steps, human steps on the moon. Interesting stuff. Also in news, if you like plants, you may love Triffids. Triffids are plants that have been genetically modified so that when you place them in the sun, in the sunlight, they sway back and forth in a rhythmic sort of way. If you want one, just check with your local plant dealer and anyone who sells plants. Triffids kind of reminds me of an old movie. Might have been an old horror movie or something. Triffids. Oh, The Night of the Triffids. Maybe that's it. Okay. Now for some thoughts on Nibiru and the Mayan calendar and Planet X. Through videos, there are those who want to scare people. Then, on the other hand, there are those who want to enlighten people. I hope, through my videos, I give people hope for the future. You know, there's a lot of pressure on people with the Mayan calendar and Nibiru and the economy being what it is, and it's a political year. It's really bad. In some places even worse, like Chicago, where they're just literally killing somebody every day. I mean, it's terrible. it's obvious that there are those who are capable of hurting themselves and hurting others with recent events. The Aurora massacre in Colorado. I mean, it's just obvious. What I'm going to do, and what I suggest you do, is to live as though there will be a future. To live as though there will be a December 22nd. And have hope for the future. And try not to hurt yourself and hopefully not hurt anybody else. Don't do anything you're going to regret. Think before you do something. And things might work out well for you. I don't think we're going to die from Nibiru, or we're going to be invaded by ugly aliens who want to take us over, or the Mayan calendar prophecy or curse. The only way that will be destroyed is if you destroy yourself, and then your world will end if you destroy yourself. There's new technology every day solving problems. Recently I read an article about these guys that developed a machine that removes carbon dioxide from the air, like 100 times the ability of a tree. If you could just plant them all over the planet, you could remove the carbon dioxide. Just so many solutions. Great wonders. And the next 20 years are going to be fantastic. I want to remind you to work for your dream. Just sitting on your butt and thinking about what you'd like to do doesn't do it. You have to sweat a little bit. You have to make an effort, and sometimes it takes baby steps, I know. But you have to try. At least know that you tried to reach for your dream. There's a woman who said you should fight for your future, so work and fight for your future. Work to turn your future into reality. Who knows? You may have an idea that could change the world. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I want to remind you that sometimes even when you lose, you can still win if you don't give up your dream. And remember what the Dormouse in Alice in Wonderland said. The Dormouse said, feed your head. Learn something new. Read a book. I'm going to leave you with a blessing. May you always have the freedom to choose the path of reason. And when reason isn't present, may you have the wisdom to know it. Well, may the universe bless you. And remember that this part of the universe right here looking at you loves you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.